A goodly evening, this is To Nerd is to Human, and welcome to Millennia, Paradox's brand new 4X strategy game. This is very much in the ilk of Civilization, don't tell them. But basically, it's a play on the Civilization sort of game. And okay, there's touches of Humankind in here, maybe Old World as well. It's an intriguing take on what is, a type of strategy game that I really enjoy. But with Paradox heading into it, the music is quite stirring, isn't it? Yes, with Paradox heading into it, you know it's going to get quite detailed over time. I do find with Paradox games, I really like them, but they can often have so much detail where if you don't join them at the very start, you can never catch up and figure it out anymore. This is my problem with Stellaris. It's just there's too much going on now. I can't figure out what's happening. But Millennia, this is just the demo. This is early doors, of course. It's been out for the Steam Fest over this past week, and I think it is definitely one that I need to look at and one that I think plenty of you will be interested in too. So, Millennia, let's head into a new game. So, custom game, quick start. We'll go to a custom game and we'll just get something vaguely set up here. Human. Yeah, I am To Nerd is to Human. Excellent. It knows who I am already. That is great. You know what? I'm gonna put the AI down for this just to make sure that we're really focusing on what we want to, which is just trying to explore the game a little bit. I don't want to be randomly killed necessarily. Okay, in terms of faction, we'll go as Rome because, of course, we might as well stay fairly traditional and be the Great Roman Empire. Discounted Envoy. I did play a little bit of this yesterday, so I've got the basic grips of the game. As far as I can tell, I think envoys are there to basically get over sort of free cities or barb cities over to your faction. That's my impression, but I don't know if that's true. We'll probably find out soon enough. So, lots of different factions on here. I say lots. Obviously, at this stage, it's just going to be a fairly basic set of 12 or so. Each faction does have its own kind of special bonus, but these things can be chosen if you want to. So there we are. Discounted envoys is what we get. We're going to start up. And you see here, Initializing Timeline. Now, the thing about Millennia, as you can probably guess by the title, this is really thinking about the long durée, the long view of history, how over time, realistically, things could be very, very different. Things could change. So we're broken up into, kind of basically millennias to some extent, different ages. You have yourselves the Stone Age at the start. We'll move on to the Bronze Age and to, maybe the Iron Age. And that's where this game gets very intriguing, I think, because, this game can take you into all sorts of weird directions. We'll get to those later, but we might find ourselves in the Age of Blood if we're not too careful. So here we are. You can see this is very Civ-like right now. We've got ourselves hexes, albeit slightly more curved edged hexes. We have ourselves, now I'm not sure what I make of the art style, to be honest. I don't know if it's going to change slightly as it goes forward, but it seems a little bit rough and ready at this stage. But hey ho, it is early days to some extent. We have an army and we can move them around. So which direction? You know what, there's some nice wheat up here, although that looks like it might be the very end. It is indeed the end of that plot of land. So we're going to plot off in this direction. So we have ourselves, this is so much like Civ, this screen, it's kind of funny, except we moved the map to the other side so you can't tell it's like Civ. But research, we have ourselves some research. Now, in our particular age, the Age of Stone right now, we need 3 of these 5 techs to move ahead to the next age. And okay, we can choose this depending on what we want to do. Now, for me, I really love exploring on this kind of thing. One thing we don't really get on Total War, because it's a real world map, is that the exploration, whilst you might want to find the cities or the armies, you kind of know what the layout is. Whereas what I love about Civ is exploring and finding more on the map. So we're going to go scouting first. I want to get some of that. And these techs here all kind of get spawned together. So you're not really researching specific techs, such as kind of a general kind of theme of tech. It's kind of what you're working towards. So we need 3 out of 5 to move on to the next age, which is just marvelous. We have Kaisaria over here. I might have to rename Kaisaria or Caesarea. I guess that might be more what the intention is with it being named after Caesar. But then is it Kaisaria? Oh, who knows? It's Kaisaria. That's what I always call it. But in fact, no, it's going to be the great city of Anarchy. because, we bring the anarchy. So at the moment, we are working this grassland for some food. That is absolutely fine. And we can build. I'm going to get a scout cavalry. Now, okay, why we have cavalry about 9,000 years before we should, let's just ignore that. We have some scouts. I would suggest, it does say cavalry. I would suggest it's just metaphorical that they are exploring, so they are, a bit of cav. That's fine. Oh, I have another warband. So this lad can move in this direction. We seem to be on the edge here of some water. Intriguing. Okay, so at the moment we've got research and our culture as well. I guess we'll get into that in time. We'll end our term. And we have ourselves a little bit of a random old camp. So a lost arch unit making camp, hiding from barbarians. I can take. Now, this is one of the things that I like about this particular game is that we can often choose different directions for things. Now, in this case, this is more like more like on Stellaris here, where you've got kind of two options you can go with. And you can, of course, take it as a narrative if you want. If you just want to think of narrative, give them supplies, why not? But it's actually Warfare XP. And we can use a different XP. I'll pick the Spawn Archer because it's very useful to have an Archer, to be honest with you. So we've got ourselves a bit of a Land's End over here, which is kind of okay by me. It's all right to have yourself a bit of a safe corner. We do seem to be a little bit in a strange old corner here. Okay, so I like this sort of scrag of land. It's very intriguing. And you've got to love the bit of exploration. So fish and wheat, that's looking very nice indeed. So obviously early turns of these sort of games, you do click end turn quite a lot. It's not quite like Civ or quite like Total War, where you have an awful lot to work out the details of early doors. But we will find ourselves coming up against barbarians before too long. Don't you worry about that. So another little headland over here. So lots of intriguing plots, it should be said. Now, as we work our way through the turns, you can see there we've got a second pop. Excellent. Now, population is really intriguing in this because in Civilization 6, for example, you just want more pop. More. But the population on this do have needs, and it's a lot more. There's a little bit of that with amenities, I guess, in Civilization 6. But this is more like Civ 5, where realistically every pop is going to create more, not necessarily unhappiness as directly as in Civ 5. But it does cause more problems, and we'll get to those as it comes up in time. But for now, that's kind of a good thing. We can just get them both working on this grassland. What we really want to do is potentially build something like a hunting camp. You can see here we've got production coming on here. We're getting ourselves one improvement point, a bit like production really, per turn. So yeah, in a couple turns' time, we'll be able to make some more improvements, which is lovely. Use culture power. So we have ourselves culture building up, as you might expect on this kind of a game. Now we can again make a choice with our culture. We have local reforms, boost regional efficiency. So all resources generated in a region for 5 turns. Okay, I'm not really getting anything right now. We'll get ourselves a town because towns, I haven't entirely understood how these work yet. I don't seem to have an awful lot of resources here, by the way. Not in the best position, but okay, we are going to get ourselves a town, and the towns will basically give ourselves more opportunity to generate extra things and stuff. So we're going to build ourselves a town. We can put it in a few different spots here. I think the idea is to put it next to resources, so just dump it next to the wheat. Why not? There's Liguria. Can we actually rename the new towns? No, we can't. Is that possible? Oh no, we can. Okay. So that's we'll leave those for now. But if we play more of this in the future, maybe we'll get some members naming their cities. That will be good fun. Okay, excellent stuff. So with that, we should be able to get ourselves a new improvement momentarily. And yeah, one turn away from that. Let's keep on exploring. On the note of exploring, I've got myself my scout cavalry now, which is excellent. They can obviously travel further because they are clearly a horse. Undiscovered. Okay, so we need a scout to go and find undiscovered landmarks, and that can help us reach different ages in the future. I mentioned the Age of Blood if you get involved in too much war. Now, there is an Age of Heroes, which, yes, one way you can do that is by finding lots of undiscovered things and claiming them for yourself. So my region is now idle because I created myself a scout cav. Excellent stuff. Now we can choose to do some other stuff. I'm going to get a town centre. just because it sounds like a good thing. Honestly, government XP is nice, and we'll get to government XP in a moment, because government currently is at 10 XP. We want to be speeding that up. We can spawn a new settler when we have 30 of that currency, and it is one of those games where there's just a lot of different currency going on. One thing I do like about the currency in this game, though, is that you seem to have quite a lot of control over... I thought I sent this out. Oh, apparently I have 2. I think I might have filled the exploration to spawn a scout. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Anyway, we have more of those built. Oh, this is nice. A load of cows over in this direction. As you might well imagine, yes, this... I didn't even explain really the resources on the map, but of course, we want resources. To some extent, I haven't quite discovered all of the details of how and why they're useful just yet, but we'll keep exploring as we do. And another tribal village for us. That's excellent. And okay, this little army here, I should probably start being careful about where I'm going as well. We might head into barbarians before too long. So scouting was essential to survival of early hunter-gatherers, and no less important to their descendants living in villages. So we can now get ourselves a lookout tower, which is extra defensive stuff for the city, of course. We can get ourselves a scout in the homeland. Okay, I think that's what just happened. That would explain the extra unit I just got. Fine. So, having got scouts, what do we want? Well, defence I'm not so worried about for now. Let's go with farming. We do have ourselves some wheat, don't we, to the north, and that'd be very nice to get that under control. Is that rice on this occasion? Yes, it's rice. Okay, so marvellous. We'll get that. On that note, which of you is technically the scouts? So you're both scout cavalry, so they are the same unit. That's fine. And turn. Keep an exploring. I can see a line down here, and that does suggest that there's someone we need to meet. I meant to send them over to this here little undiscovered thing. I don't know if I need something special to... Okay. So here we have ourselves Sweden. You're very close to my capital, sir. That was inconsiderate of you. There's a tribal camp that they, for some reason, haven't done anything with. Strange designs. The machines and tools used in this village are unlike any other. They serve the same purposes, but designed with completely unique ideas. Now, I wonder if... It doesn't seem like these are connected in any way, but I feel like it'd be really intriguing to have Stellaris-like story threads working through these particular things. I suppose you don't find these mysteries... Maybe you do keep finding them through the game. This only is the first 60 turns that we get to play, by the way. But I kind of like that different story threads based on the decisions you make here, and maybe it having some consequence down the line. I think that'd be intriguing. So knowledge will help me go towards research, and improvement points will... Oh, I meant to build some improvements, didn't I? Let's get some knowledge. Let's get working towards that. That'll be excellent. Maybe this is a second city. Who knows? That suggests, though, that I definitely want to be building this direction because, yeah, we now have ourselves a rival, which we need to make sure that we know... Ooh, there's some water. Okay. So, looks like... Yeah, we're going to need to... Can we get around here? I don't know. This is where you've got to think about that future planning right now. Let's see what's in this goody hut. So, villagers hold an auction to sell and trade its people's wares. Okay, production on anarchy. Yay! Now, honestly, I haven't really figured out what makes a good spot to build a city yet. So, I don't actually... I guess you want resources around it, but I don't know what hex actually makes the most sense. Now, the actual capital is automatic, as you may have seen at the start there. So, as we end our turn, are they going to attack me? Now, I've met another nation, Sweden. I'd already noticed them, but apparently they've only just noticed me. What can we do to foster peace between our nations? So we've got Civ 6 Sweden, not Civ 5 Sweden. Good. So this isn't Gustavus Adolphus, luckily, or indeed my Empire Total War version of Sweden. You're a little bit warmongery. So it looks like over here we've got ourselves end of the road. Okay. So this is like our corner. We can claim this whenever we want. So it's not going to be our priority. Up here, this is intriguing. Let's just move. There's no zone of control there, which is interesting. Yeah, we're starting to see some of the barbs pop up. So I don't know if this works like Civilization, where if you keep an eye on your land, it won't spawn any barbarians. I don't know if that's how it works or not, but I don't really think I have much choice right now. So farming, we have ourselves some extra farm, food stockpile as a building. We have ourselves farm improvements and plantations for extra food. Now, that brings us on to the last bit. So tribal elders, which is extra knowledge. Okay. And workers is the clay pit and levy workers and a bit of improvement points just straight up. Let's go for some, tribal elders. I think that sounds fun. Let's get that underway. And government is very close to getting us a new settler. That will be exciting. And we've discovered a great landmark. I don't think the pyramids of Fuji. I mean, I guess it's vaguely the right shape. Okay, some exploration marks, 1 discovered landmark, and 10 XP bonus. Okay, that's nice. So we found Mount Fuji, which is intriguing. Other than that, now, if we start facing some of these people, combat is intriguing in this. We will show off some combat, even though it's not what I'm focused on. So Edo over here, intriguing. So this is more like a free city of some sort, so like a city-state, I guess, in civilization. And this is what I think my envoys are for. Do I have an envoy? Wasn't I supposed to start with one? I don't know how that works, to be honest. I didn't use them in my previous little run through yesterday. Fine. Okay, we're going to get these men together just to go and deal with the fact that we can't explore up here right now without getting stuck in a battle that we don't want to just immediately. But we do have scouts to explore, which is excellent, good news. Oh, but very excitingly, in the government we have spawn a settler, which is marvellous good news. Now, they can actually defend themselves on this. They're not going to be very strong, but they might not necessarily die when they get attacked. Now, what we need to do is build another city, and I'll be honest, while I don't know what's a good idea, I do think blocking off our Swedish friends down here is probably sensible. Looks like they've kind of claimed this river to the mountains, especially with these states up here. In time, we might take them over, given the opportunity, but for now, I think we'll just see how all of that goes. Now, looks like this scout is going to grab itself a goody heart next turn. That will be excellent news. I keep sort of pausing. Oh, here's a battle. We can go and view this battle if you like, by the way. So what happened here? It has itself a mini graphic. It's not quite Total War, I'll be honest. But you kind of get your turns. At this point, obviously, it's just a conk. And we're not going to do very well as little scout. Even though as a cavalry, you'd think we would. But we're not really a cavalry unit per se, so much as just a little scout. So we will go and grab the goody heart. Here are some nomads. You found a small camp of nomads. They explained that their leader is very wise and wanted to share their knowledge with you. I'm going to go towards government XP more and more for the time being. So we can now use the culture power, which means we can basically get some free currency. So we're now able to get ourselves a Eureka moment, or to raise an army if we suddenly need some bonus. We're going to take Eureka. It's going to have research complete. Indeed, that completes that. And with it, we can move towards the Age of Bronze. Now, it's actually another 9 turns. We've kind of got what we need to. Now, in theory, we could spend 3 turns to get either of these. We can always go back for them. But we're just going to head straight into the Age of Bronze. Okay, that's going to make sense for us. It will give us the opportunity to claim a special benefit, which, yeah, we're going to want to have our best choices of all of that stuff. So let's have a look. See, we can find ourselves a brand new territory, and you might have noticed it's actually technically a vassal, because I suppose if you do head off and send some settlers to form a new city, we've got ourselves a load of roads built up here. It's very nice. I did wonder how the roads appeared last time, but it turns out it seems to be fairly organic. It looks organic, but it's just the opposite of organic. It's just appeared automatically. So that's intriguing. But yeah, this is technically a vassal because, of course, if you do send people to go to settle in a far-off land, then, well, what do you expect? They're kind of going to be slightly Constantinople. So it's hard to type and talk at the same time. So Constantinople, excellent. And here we are, through the threads of time. We've made it. Oh no, India's made it. Not us, to the Age of Bronze. Okay, in the Age of Bronze, new things start to open up. New national spirits unlocked. Vassals integrate faster. Barbarian warlords. Yes, this is a problem, by the way. Innovation and chaos events may appear, and trade and diplomatic envoys are available. Okay, does that mean that we get an envoy in a minute? How close are we? We're one turn. We are one turn behind India, getting ourselves into the Bronze Age, which is a bit of a shame because they might have taken something interesting, but I don't really know what I want, so all is absolutely fine. Age of Bronze. We've entered a new age. Excellent news. Okay, so we can get ourselves, new domains, diplomacy and engineering, national spirits unlocked, and trade system. We will enter the age. We will walk through the doors, and we shall claim our victory. And yes, indeed. So the next age, the age of blood. Other nations killed in battle is greater or equal to 6. So yeah, basically it doesn't count for the barbarians or anything. But yeah, other nations, if we go to war, we'll have the age of blood. What that looks like, I don't know. And that is beyond this particular demo as well. It ends at 60 turns / at the end of the Age of Bronze, which in some ways is a bit of a shame because I think one of the main selling points of this game is how, while this part of the game looks kind of familiar to Civ players, for example, or Humankind or Old World, I think part of this real selling point of Millennia is that, when you get yourselves to a new age, things can go completely off the rails. So Age of Blood, Age of Heroes over here, for example. I guess there'll be future demos where we see that kind of thing as well. This maybe is just like the basic gameplay element, but in terms of the storytelling, the replayability, it's all about these ages going wacky and off the rails. And I like the fact that it is dynamic based on, not just because you picked, I want to enter the Age of Blood. No, you got in lots of wars, so now chaos follows you. A bit like in Dishonored, if you if you kill too many things, the chaos meter goes up, and the chaos follows you around. I kind of like that. Now, Age of Iron is by far the most likely thing to happen, of course. But Age of Heroes, we have one of our 3 landmarks. We need to get exploring again because I haven't been exploring too much over the last few minutes. Now, belief, I don't really know the religion stuff too much, to be honest, but there might be some stuff like vats for wine. All very nice. Community. Now, this has, the mill. Now, actually, we don't have. Let's go for community first. Because one of the way things work on this is that, okay, this wheat over here that we can, perfect timing. We can get ourselves the farm now. So we build the farm over on our wheat. Excellent. I'm sure it said rice before, but now it says wheat. Anyway, it's fine. So that we can now work the hunting camp and it wants to work the farm. So we're now getting ourselves 4 food from that wheat. Now, obviously that's 4 foods in itself, but if we now build ourselves, in future, we're going to be able to build ourselves the mill. If we turn it into, flour, suddenly that's going to be worth more food or more trade because it's better than just the basic product. And that's one of the ways that this becomes kind of exponentially more detailed and interesting. It's one of the ways that they've made this kind of slightly more complicated than Civ, and I kind of appreciate that. So, this army here, we might need a scout actually just to see if we can spot where they've gone. Where have they gone? Okay, that's good. So we'll get the scout moving in a moment. We need to choose a national spirit. So based on different domains here, we can pick one to go with. Interestingly, there's only one in diplomacy. Now, I don't know if this is because they picked the second one or if there's just less. Maybe there are just more for some of them. Naturalist, has that already gone? Okay. It kind of looks like it because it seems like that has already got a thing disappeared. I'm not sure about that. Okay, it's not been picked yet, and so bonus reward. So you can pick the same naturalist as India picked, but I actually picked that one last time. So as you can probably imagine, each of these now has its own whole set of different things. Now, a bit like in any of these games, it's going to take time to work out which of these is particularly the best path to choose. I actually do have quite a bit of water, actually, don't I? I could start exploring. Now, warfare, as I said, I'm not probably going to focus on the warfare stuff too much because we played plenty of Total War in this. I want to see what the actual world exploring is like. Hunting is going to get us more reveals elephants. Elephant tracking could be fun. Do I have Scrubland This is a good point. This is where you probably need to look. And I feel like we might do based on our land here. This is scrubland. Maybe we should go hunt some elephants. Yes, let's hunt some elephants. Damn it. Okay, we can actually still... Oh, yeah, I've been meaning to... I forgot to do all of this. Okay, let's come back to this in a minute. We need to pick ourselves one of these first. So we're going to pick ourselves the Wild Hunters, okay? Based on that moment. Let's not be too over the top about this. I don't know what I'm doing, so we're just going to pick that. Maybe we'll have some elephants in time. That'll be lovely. Now, on the government, settlers gone up to 36, as you might expect. But actually, what I could have been doing this whole time was using this smaller tech tree for tribal. I can still do it, so I probably should. Tribal army. You know what? We'll get ourselves a new warband. And we'll get ourselves some extra food. And do you want some improvement points? Yeah, why not? Let's just go and grab it all. We're just going to use it. Okay, I'm not going to build too many cities right now. Let's not worry about that. I don't really know how useful that is. We're probably going to have problems with integration if we start doing that. Let's end our turn and we'll move on. Oh, we just grabbed two. That's interesting. So yeah, we're spreading due to our culture, I assume, but that was a big jump there. Into battle we go, and now you can see here that there is some sort of dynamic tactics going on, whereby archers naturally are going to shoot in and do some horrible damage, which is why we wanted archers. We're going to do an awful lot better with a tactical spread of units. You know how there's that government raised tribal army thing? Yeah, I think we might do that actually. Yeah, maybe just have them here. Can you guard this territory? Because now we've got a pretty strong warlord. And I don't know how they pop up, but they just pop up. And it's quite frustrating that I don't know how or why or when. But we'll figure that out in time, I guess. And the barbarian warlord did decide to take on the town. And this is where your population size makes a difference, because I now have myself a bunch of city militia that automatically come in to help with this here battle. So yeah, while the warband is helpful in an emergency, of course, to bring him out, actually we probably didn't need him quite as much as we thought. So at 16 rounds of that, he is pretty much dead, down to 4. So presumably we can now just head out and finish him off, right? You'd certainly like to think so. No, they could not. There goes the warband immediately. So yeah, lesson learned. Warlords, not fun. As we have ourselves a new culture power, it's probably a good point to show that there is actually outpost on here, which means you can kind of claim certain things out in the distance without actually building a full city there. So this is just to actually absorb that into your territory. But I haven't actually seen where I build the outpost just yet, but certainly it gives us an option moving forward. Could again raise an army with my culture power, because again I can use my government power to do it. I can use my warfare to do that. I can use my culture to do that. I'm just kind of picking when to do it, but I'm going to go Eureka, which finishes my research on the community, which is lovely, and which would be more lovely if I could actually do anything. Maybe I do need to go into some warfare actually, so we're going to go into discipline at this stage. And in excellent news, we can now get ourselves the mill. So let's build ourselves a beautiful mill. Converts wheat or rice to 2 flour, 8 food. Oh, that's what I want to see. So with that, we should be swimming in the food now. That's great. So yeah, we've got ourselves, return wheat or rice to flour. So that is great to see. And whilst everything else might be going to absolute shit as we get ourselves guild, before these guys make it back home, in general, we're at least making some progress here. You just need to continue to guard that, please, by the way. And more tribal exploration. Excellent. A group of feral people stalks in the wilderness attempting to infiltrate your camp at night. Engineering. Yeah, let's teach them how tools work. There we are. So engineering now. Public improvements. Intriguing. So we can select a power from that. Can I actually go to the tree? I can't. Okay, give me some engineering. I don't know what that just did. Something. So yeah, that's 10 improvement points, which is very nice as well. So just gets us moving along. Yeah, obviously this means we can start to build things more. I need 25 government, by the way, to get this integrated. So at the moment, we've got ourselves a couple of symbols, which is City 1 militia's dead, City 2 militia's at 65% or something. Under siege, we're slightly less efficient. Okay, well, it is what it is. So do we actually kill this guy this time? Yay! He is DED dead. That means that this scout at the very least can try and find out what's happening. He's over there. Fine. No point of rebuilding the camp. Anarchy, are you done building, by the way? Because yes, you are now. Can we get ourselves another warband? City Guard are more for... City Band are more for... Yeah, kind of dealing with unrest, which, oh, you can see +1 unrest now. That's just to do with enemy units, though. That's nothing to do with my terrible, terrible rule. That's good. Constantinople can finally be integrated, which is great news. It just means that we get more from it, I think. At this stage, though, it's probably well worth building something here. So we have some grass and some flax. Okay, so with a plantation, it can gain us some wealth. That's fine. With a pasture, we can get this grassland to give us wealth and food. Okay, so a pasture over here will make Constantinople far more effective because it's not really been growing very fast. As it works now, we're actually only 1 turn away at this point. That is excellent news. We're just going to leave this guy over in the distance. We'll need to heal this up in time, but not until I feel confident that we actually have people back to go and deal with it. We have, though, up in the north, found ourselves a brand new bit of discovery. Okay, yeah, we got Constantinople now under our control, which means we can get ourselves more buildings. I'm just going to get another warband. I feel like we just need to get things underway. So we'll end our term. That's more, yeah, lots of Chinese territory over there. They're being attacked by China. That's good. And we can, if we've got no movement points next turn, we can click on Discover, which is great. That'll be 2 out of 3. And we might actually be able to get ourselves to the Age of Heroes, which obviously we can't get ourselves to the Age of Heroes on the demo, but we will try, damn it. I don't know if we get there before 1060, how it works actually. Maybe we just get to keep playing stuck in this era until then. I don't know. So, discovery. We discovered more pyramids. Excellent. So, more landmarks, more combat XP. Great stuff. And what is it? Tall Mountain. Oh, okay. Fun. Fun, 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 fun. So we can see more city things up there, which could be annoying. That's great. How do I actually get rid of it? I just need to actually click onward. Lovely. So, yeah, we click onward. China are such a long way away. We don't need to worry about them. I would so love to have some fish up here, though. I don't know how wide this land goes, but in theory, if we're building more cities, we'd probably want to go plonk, plonk, etc., etc. Maybe I do want to build towards a third one, although right now we seem to have quite a lot of issues with the barbarians that we are not yet actually clearing out. So let's just get ourselves closer and closer to home. Make sure we defended that first, yeah, because he's back, damn it, and it looks awfully like a battle's just gone on. Just as my units arrive back is just the time when this guy decides to run into my city and get himself killed. Of course it is. Fine. At the very least, we can now fix this up with a few of our little improvement points, which is fine by me. At this stage, what do you want to do? Well, these guys are most of the way back now, but they might as well stay and defend the territory. That's fine by me. But, okay, I reckon this scout, we can still scout over in this direction. There might be yet another undiscovered thing. I'd love to get the third one and theoretically enter the Age of Heroes, if at all possible. Now, up in the north here, there do appear to be... Oh, there we are. There's another little camp. So we want to explore down this coast. And we can choose technology because discipline is now in action, which means spear. We can get ourselves some actual infantry, chariot for Rome, reinforcements, restores army's health and morale at the cost of some combat XP. Okay, that's a little bit like we looked at before. Forced march. Okay, and increases army size. Ooh, that's nice. That's certainly nice. Okay, what else do we want? We can get shipbuilding, officials, mining. You know what? Claim territory. Yes, claim neutral territory tile bordering your region. That sounds fun. Spawns an envoy at your homeland. Intriguing. I feel like I should have an envoy as Rome unless I changed it by accident when we started. I don't know. Maybe I did accidentally change it without realising. Anyway, we're just missing where envoy actually appears anywhere on this screen. But it is what it is. We're starting to get some intriguing little story plots here. So a lost pioneer is wandering in the wilderness. They've lost their maps and sense of direction. I have a feeling that these things start popping up way after the start of the game randomly because there's no way that Egypt and China couldn't have found this. But We can spawn a pioneer who can construct an outpost. That sounds very interesting. I think we'll be doing that. But kind of a notice. I do notice actually that little pop-up takes a few too many seconds to appear or disappear even. Seize their equipment. More engineering XP, but also chaos. Chaos meter's at 0 right now. I hadn't noticed that, but we're going to spawn the pioneer because that sounds intriguing. Okay, you're all the way up here though. That is a little bit of a problem. Can we get our pioneer to magically disappear? Promote to leader, regroup. I can actually. I can pay 5 to have them return to Constantinople, my nearest regional capital. It does refer to it as the capital because it's the nearest region. Do I want to do that? Now, I could just build like a really random outpost down here. You know what? I don't think we need to rush to that. But that's intriguing. This pioneer could do all sorts of things. Skill builder, health 50. How's your health, by the way? 50 as well. So about the same kind of thing. That's intriguing. Age of Iron. Age of Iron may become the future in 6 turns. Oh no, India's well on its way. That's slightly terrifying. India is definitely racing ahead in terms of the techs of this game. That's intriguing. So does that mean, wait, does that mean 6 turns they're going to make it the Age of Iron? I don't know if we enter our own age by exploring and finding silly things, because we want the explorer, damn it, we want exploration. Can we get these two to link together as an I guess I could have just done it that I clicked on them separately. But yeah, we want to make it the Age of Heroes by getting one more landmark discovered. But does that mean that we'll unlock that for everyone by doing it? Maybe. I'm not sure. Will India lock down Iron Age if we don't do that in the time? Or can we change it after India get there? Lots and lots of questions I'm not sure we're going to get the answer to immediately. And in amazing news, I found something undiscovered, and that means that next turn, baby, we can go and do the unthinkable. We can make ourselves enter the Age of Heroes, and hopefully that just overrules the fact that India are going to get there first. I certainly hope that's how it works. We will see. Damn it, this guy's just going to hang out up here, just not really to intimidate. He isn't supposed to be intimidating them, but he kind of accidentally is. Declare hostilities. It's a sad day, but our troops will take action to keep your armies away from our territory. Combat allowed in neutral territory. So yeah, they've now declared his hostilities because they don't like the fact that I'm near them. All I'm actually doing is sending my explorer out. I actually specifically went way around them in this direction. But okay, lads, they've now declared hostilities. So basically, in neutral territory, they might well attack me. So that's something I've got to bear in mind. Technically, this is all neutral right now. So let's just maybe get my army just to stand right here then, guys, if you want to be like that. Yeah, you know what? You want to be like that? I'm just going to squat right on your border. Oh, well. You know what? Let's go to the glory instead, though, because the glory is over here, where we can get ourselves to exactly where we want to be. Discover the landmark. Oh, yeah. We found more pyramids. Discover landmarks. I hope this picture changes in time to maybe like the individual one. That'd be quite fun. And what did we discover? The Borneo rainforest. Indeed we did. Now, it says the Age of Iron. Age of Iron may become the future in 4 turns. Why does it say may become? Did that just have an effect? I don't know. See, look, next stage, Age of Iron. Do I have to be the first one to get there? Oh, Age of Iron. Zulu's at 14.9% as well. I mean, we're never going to overtake them at this point because we're 1 turn away from progressing to that ourselves. But intriguing. But I suspect somehow we might have to be the first. We'll see. I'm going to see how serious Sweden are about this actually, because I'm intrigued actually. Do we get to reinforce? I doubt it, but maybe. I'm going to go send this new explorer up in this direction just to see what happens with that. Not too worried about that. Exploration. Wild Hunters. Where are we? 24. Come on. How am I getting points for this, by the way? Because it seems far too slow for my darn liking. Sweden are marching out. They just come to block me off. Yeah, it certainly looks like it. So they've got a load of men there. So yeah, there's our army. Here's my scout. And we'll just continue to do our scout in this part of the world. But that looks a little bit precarious for those lads at this point, doesn't it? We'll continue to leave this guy out here. It does say Age of Iron in so many turns. We have, though, completed our research on officials, which seems very Roman. Indeed, there do appear to be quite a lot of Roman pictures here. I don't know if they are specified for certain factions, but it certainly looks like it is. Envoy. Envoy is intriguing. Age of Heroes. Now, we can select this. Now, interesting. It's 9 for that, but 11 for that. Why is that? That's very strange. So they're going to make it in 2 turns. But does that set it for everyone or not? I mean, it could be our age or something and not theirs. Intriguingly, there is actually another undiscovered over here. So, yeah. Discover the Tall Mountain. Excellent. And we've got ourselves more. Now, in my mind, that should make this more quick, more speedy. I'd like that. Devs, if you're listening, you're not listening. But if the devs are listening, make that a thing. More exploration points jumps me forward. I don't even know if this is going to work yet, but I'm intrigued by it. Over in the capital, we do have a bit of unrest here, actually. Look at that. Chaos +1. I don't like the sound of that. I mean, this is anarchy, of course. It makes perfect sense. To put that dwelling we were talking about ages ago. So, yeah, we'll build ourselves a dwelling. That will chat out the housing needs and should mean that the anarchy is going to just go down a little bit. Yeah, who knows how to control all this, but we'll try and figure it out. We probably should just get ourselves a town militia or something. So whatever we are doing, lookouts will be helpful, but probably, to be honest, the lookouts in the town, so get the city guard to do the looking out instead. As soon as the anarchy is kind of growing, I might actually just decide to rush with my wealth just to kind of get this all chilled out and get back to the lookout. Probably for the best. Come on, anarchy, don't live up to your name. I do now have an envoy, by the way, who I'm assuming can go up and grab this city and vassalize a Maya nation. Bring a Maya nation to control of your nation, turn it into vassalized territory. That is what I assume is about to happen with these guys. As for the outposts, these guys have been under attack now, which is kind of unfortunate. So we are way, way, way out of the way. I might actually get this guy to, where do we want to go with them? We want to go through the tribal hut, I guess, but, kill them. I lost chariot units, lost their steeds, spooked by wild animals. We could spawn a chariot. Interesting. Spawn me a chariot. Ooh, and they get to join me right now. Oh, excellent. There's a whole wiki, by the way. So attack 16, defense 12. I haven't really looked at what my stats are. Attack 6, defense 8. Okay, much, much better. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I don't use the exploration stuff very much. Let's just regroup you. That's fine. Exploration, I don't use too much. Oh, claim territory. Claim a neutral territory tile, board into your region, absorb it into your nation. I like the sound of that, particularly for claiming like this border here. How does the expansion work? I don't actually know where on here I can see. I like the little mini map looking at where your city is, by the way. Although the icons slightly wiggle around a bit more than you'd expect, but hey ho, that's a fine. That's a fine. So we'll move on to next turn, but I think this scout has potentially got himself into a safe enough position now, Thomas. I think we can stop escorting the scout. They haven't attacked me, by the way. They probably daren't attack me, considering. But we will see. As the threads of time pass, India, the darn bastards, have decided to make it an Age of Iron. But does that mean we have to continue into the Age of Iron? It looks like we do. Oh, that's so sad. Now, okay. Do I like this? I don't think I do. I don't feel... I guess it maybe sums up more what's going on in the world. But it just means that what the leader's doing, just because they're entering the Age of Iron, doesn't mean that we don't enter the Age of Heroes. I disagree with this direction choice. I think different factions could be in their own age that... if we've done enough to get there, we should be getting to the Age of Heroes. I don't like the fact that one faction being quicker than me. I shouldn't have to be winning the game at any stage to get to the age I want. I understand, Age of Blood, maybe if the whole world's full of it, even if you're being peaceful, if there are enough factions, maybe there should be a thing where it's like a certain amount of factions hit a certain age and then it's fine. Like, it could be the Age of Iron while India are there, and maybe if I reach the age of Heroes and someone else reached the Age of Heroes, it overrides it, and then that's what it becomes. I don't know. I feel a bit deflated by that, actually. It's a bit sad. So we'll continue working towards the Age of Iron, but I feel cheated. Up here. We now have ourselves an outpost. I'm going to build an outpost. So we've now claimed this as one of our lovely outposts. There was also a battle, by the way. Let's have a little look at this battle in the wilderness. So there's our scout and our chariots. So they'll have a bit of a ding dong. Oh yeah, the chariot very nicely mops them up. And did we win in the end? Yes, we did. Excellent. So we wiped them out. Now, this is a little bit beyond our territory. But of course, we can now vassalize. Yes, there we go. We don't need to waste our government points on building stuff. We just need to do that. Now, Wild Hunters also has itself opportunities. Reduce the cost of expansion into Scrubland. Don't care. Bow hunter, whatever. But no elephants. Please give me elephants. Give me elephants. Elephants. Do we have any elephants? I'm not seeing elephants in our Scrubland right now. Oh, here are some elephants up to the north, up near our new outpost and our new territories. Okay, excellent. What are you, by the way? Ivory. Very nice. Ivory is food and wealth. Good to see. And our army can just go squat on the border. That'll be magnificent. Up to 4 in Constantinople. What are you currently building? Because 2 turns on the price table. Yeah, I started building this before Sweden declared hostilities to me. Can I make a build queue, or do you not like that? No. Is there a build queue on this? I don't see there being one. I guess that's something they'll add in time, but for now, that's a bit upsetting. I do keep forgetting to actually build improvements. Earlier in the game, they were kind of giving me prompts about things. At this point, yeah. So there's some food on the flax. That should give Constantinople a little bit more food for the future. I'm starting to get used to this on the side here, by the way. We do now have ourselves a lovely outpost. I don't really know quite what it achieves, but it's doing something. The bastard Swedish have just killed one of my scouts. How incredibly rude. Well, we might well have to go to death war mode towards the end of the game. And they stole the territory. Right, we're going to war mode. Time for war mode. You know what? Yeah, sod this. We'll finish building the wall or whatever it was. What are you building? You got 3 turns to a lookout. You can finish building the lookout, but we're going to go to a war footing at this stage. I've had it with those bastards. Right. As for all of this nonsense, yeah, the explorer can continue maybe just swinging up to... Actually, should probably send them both together. Send them both together to go deal with that fool. There's quite a few people around here, to be honest. So... Oh, that's an archer. So that probably just caused us quite a few problems. It's fine. We won't panic about that too much. As far as I can tell, that this outpost is doing is sending some of the goods from here, like kind of a half effect of the goods, back to the cities. But I can, interestingly, revert it back to pioneers. So I'm going to go do that at this stage because there's such a huge pile of barbarians over in that area of the world. There's not a lot I can really do about defending it in the long term. So I'm going to try my best just to get us out of there. That might have just been them gone, actually. Yeah, that was a turn too late for that. And it looks like they are DED dead. But that's intriguing anyway, seeing the pioneers. Yeah, it certainly seems like war, you really need to be prepared for it because they're not messing around. This is more like, Civ 5, if they come to you at war, they're really trying to kill you. And I think that's what's happening here. Boo! Booans! Don't give me that music. Don't give me that music. This should be disappointment music. Okay, Golden Iron are now available. I want heroes that are available. Oh, God. Revolution. Hopefully it's a sensible revolution. This, by the way, is tutorial because I guess I didn't get here when I played this yesterday. Oh, the Age of Iron has an awful lot of new options for me to build. That's interesting. 50 turns. I feel like our production is really bad here. Yes, too. Kind of pathetic, actually. We really need to be building something else here that was actually doing that kind of stuff, like kiln. That's a bit of excellent. Yeah, a little bit of production, saw pit. Yeah, you see, this is just about food here. We've got the food and more food and more food and some housing. So it's not really doing an awful lot. Whereas over here, we did actually build ourselves the pasture. It's a little bit. Yeah, I haven't really worked on production at all. So that's something I probably need to do if I were to be playing this again. So, okay, fine. Noted for the future, my production is absolutely abysmal. We're going to go for infrastructure because, of course, we could do with anything which is to do with, I don't know, building and stuff and things. Also, it'll be done in 10 turns and the game's going to end in 11 turns. So that seems like the most eminently reasonable thing to do. We do have ourselves a bit of a cultural revolution here, or just a culture power that's ready. We can do all sorts of intriguing things now, though. Increasing innovation per turn. I don't really know what that means, but it could be fun. More Eureka. The Peaceful Revolution is, of course, an option, but we can absorb the outpost, which is now gone. So obviously we're not going to do any of that. Let's just raise an army, because any armies that we can raise. Ooh, a couple units here. Did we get crossbow? We got crossbows. Oh, yeah, I did see that they were available on the list. So that is excellent news. Okay, yeah, lots and lots of new things available. Crossbow's only 17 turns. 4 turns to the chariot. That's intriguing. So if I warfare, volunteers for 25, spawns a spear. Let's do that. Okay, right, we're getting some things together here. I like it. You can be, for 10, upgraded to a leader. We might well be using you come this future battle. I do have an angry fist saying that I need a new form of government. I thought when I got to the end of this that I'm ready for peaceful revolution, but that actually is what I should have just spent the culture on, annoyingly. Unfortunately, I decided to raise the army instead. So it's going to be 11 turns until I can actually do that. So we're not going to get a new government, unfortunately. So that's just going to get more and more angry. I don't know if that's adding to the chaos meter, which I'm just about going to keep in control. I'm just in between kind of making this, gone and seen Miniature Nerd release one, where the chaos meter definitely makes things go bad, by the way. It would be quite funny to watch it all go wrong. But you know what? It's fine. We are, though, however, with the Swedes going to go and declare war. So Sweden, we're going to declare war. Yay! Woohoo! War. Because, you know, they're dicks. So here comes the war. So you get yourself over to here. You get yourself. Oh, we need to rename ourselves. I just realised, by the way, so Steve was killed. So this is Steve's memory. Steve's memory, which will likely go the same way as Steve, but this is the army of Steve's memory. I don't know how this works, by the way. Are you just one of their thingies? Surrounding region control removed, wealth looted, blah blah blah, town destroyed. Oh, we've just absolutely slaughtered them. So the town has been eviscerated. Excellent news. So with that, we've completely wiped that off the map immediately, apparently, because we're good guys. Yay! They have a palisade wall, apparently. So does Uplands over there. So what are we going to do? I don't know. We don't really have any particular siege equipment. I don't really know exactly how that works. We could rush it to get it done one turn earlier. In fact, that's probably what we should have been doing over here in Anarchy, by the way. Can we rush that for 160? Do we have that much money? I don't know that we do, because we've already spent it. Yes, 95. That's a bit of a shame. It's fine. We're under attack. We're under attack from the Swedes in the north. They're probably going to take that, aren't they? Yeah, they're probably going to take that. How are we doing over here? I'm guessing this isn't going to go well. You look fun, by the way, City Militia. Yay! Raider Band. Oh, God, they've turned into exactly what you'd expect of them, actually, which is they're kind of being Vikings over there. Fine. Chariot, we're going to go deploy you in that direction, see if that makes any difference. Probably not, Get a taste of my own medicine in a minute, I imagine. Okay, you head into there. Let's see how you do. Smashy, smashy. And as you play this forward, looks like, yeah, we've shot them down and stabbed them mostly down. Good, 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 good. So, on to Stockholm. We'll give it an attack. I have no idea how this is going to go. In 1820 BC, Rome attacks Sweden. And we're going to poke the walls. Okay, that's how it works. So they're going to run out and give us a stab. Lots of sally and forth going here. We'll just skip forward and just see how all of that goes. Oh, down with the walls. Not completely smashed up yet, but this army is very strong by the looks of it. So, okay, that's intriguing. It looks awfully like the Swedish have taken my town up in the north here, actually. So, turns out they were ready for this war as well, just not around their capital. Well, you know what? If nothing else, we're just going to continue taking out their capital. You guys, I will happily trade that. 5 population killed, 18 wealth looted, 3.75 wealth looted from the region side, and 20 chaos gained. Oh dear, that's interesting. Okay, so we've just killed some women and children. That's fine, I guess. And yeah, you also just go and smash. There's an army over there. That's fine. It looks awfully like, yeah, Stockholm's now under my control. Vassals pay tribute, etc, etc, etc. They will integrate over time. How is this so big compared to anarchy? It's almost as if we're disorganized or something. More and more battles going on ahoy right now, and hopefully we won't get completely slaughtered. We got 4 turns till the end. The chaos is ramping up quite quickly now, and hopefully we won't need to deal with the consequences of that. We'll just slaughter these guys. That's fine. They're just a random scout. So they're DED dead. And actually, I shouldn't have gone in that direction. I should have gone in this direction so we could take out them as well. But we might still have time to do it. Let's go and smash this force. Egg salad. And they are gone. Okay, we're going to move on to the next city and just hope we can win the race here. Constantinople, by the way, is not able to grow. Problems. I don't care at this point because we're 4 turns from the end. Up to Uplands, Visby, and hopefully we'll be able to take these guys down in time. We'll just skip forward through the city animations. And, ooh, we've taken some heavy damage, but we have taken out the palisade. So let's get in. Yeah, Steve's Memory. Steve's Memory can come and help the Army of Anarchy because they're looking a little bit battered at this stage. As for the Swedes in the north, no, they've not taken this advantage to press home. They are distracted by all the barbs, which was the whole point of that territory, really, was just to hold the barbs back. Jeff can just guard Constantinople. Stockholm, by the way, you can be renamed to Tomzantium because, of course, that's your new name. But on the note of new names, they're going to need a new one in a minute because here come the army of Steve's Memory. And I'm pretty certain we should be able to slaughter them. We got crossbows here. Woohoo! We're nearly there. Army of Anarchy can capture it as well. Another 20 chaos added to the meter. That's looking dangerously big now, Thomas. Oh, yes. Oh, Sweden has been eliminated. Oh, and that's made this neutral because they were only a vassal. Interesting, but there's still Swedish men around. So presumably their troops can still come and do something. I like that little detail, although maybe it's just the flag hasn't updated yet. Excellent news. So, it turns out the Doom War situation that I said it wouldn't happen at the start kind of has happened. But I'm quite happy with this, damn it. Anarchy maybe just needs to sit around. We can promote people to leaders. We'll do that. This is our last turn by the looks of it. So, is it going to end on turn 60 or before turn 60? You know what? We'll have a bit of a summary in a moment. So let's just look at our map here. So, yeah, suffice to say, I don't know what I'm doing, but I will say we got some nice lands here. I know I'd want to future expand into these territories. We'd re-establish our control over this boundary up here. With the Swedes gone, who knows? The sky's the limit. And I don't know if any future version of this game will have this save file compatible. I certainly hope so. I highly doubt it though, because this is just going to be the demo release. Maybe I'll see if I can. I don't know if the file's accessible to go and grab the saves, but we will see about all of that. There's Vaxholm over there where they vaccinate people. So the Swedes doing sensible things, of course. But other than that, well, so Steve did die, but Jeff has managed to hold everything on. The anarchy, by the way, change per turn. I think we're about to, if we do have one more turn, the chaos is about to happen, which is going to be excellent. So I'm going to save and we'll see what happens. Before that, though, we do need to choose a technology because we've just developed what infrastructure is. It's called roads between your conquests. Now we're going to get some horses because, of course, apparently we haven't been using horses for all this time. Come on, give me one more turn beyond 60. It's a 60 turn limit. Don't end it here. Come on. Chaos is chaotic. And does it just mean random chance of an event? Does it? Once a chaos... Right, so chaos accumulates each turn within the chaos meter. When the chaos meter is full, you have a growing likelihood of receiving a negative chaos event at the start of your turn. Once a chaos event happens, your chaos meter resets. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to reload the save I just made and see if I can just get lucky with it appearing on the first turn. Because right now, yeah, it's just a chance per turn and we're on the very end turn here. So I'm going to see if we can get a chaos event. That'd be fun. At this point, I have tried about 15, maybe 20 times, including shutting down the game and reloading it, but I have not managed to get the chaos to completely take over. It does say there that it's an increase in likelihood each turn it's over 100. Obviously, this would just be the very first start of turn. And very last turn, just one more turn. That's all we ever ask on this kind of game. But we will end our turn. We'll give it one more go, just taking units out to try and force a little bit of extra anarchy. But no luck. It's not going to happen. I will say, yeah, from what I've seen of other people, you can get a big doom volcano which just completely annihilates everything. Apparently you can pay it off with money. I don't know how that works. Maybe you spend some infrastructure to prevent the massive destruction from happening. But apparently this war caused quite a lot of chaos. Who would have known? I guess in about 5 turns we did eliminate the entire faction, which is quite funny, and lost our own town in the process. I don't know if that added to it or not. We will, though, rush our culture over the line to get a peaceful revolution, just to see how this all sets up. So, time for a peaceful revolution and Imperial Dynasty and Kingdom. Now, from what I've seen about this, they're very, very similar, annoyingly because it takes a few seconds to hover to the next one. It's very slow to actually see the difference, but Imperial Dynasty is going to give me slightly more food and production, so I'm going to go for that. We will, yeah, just for the hat, we're having this lad here. Excellent stuff. Domain XP, excellent, whatever that means. Give me food or region level. Oh, let's have a better palace. Excellent stuff. More for the anarchists to burn on down. Isn't that just marvellous? But this has been absolutely fascinating. I've really, really enjoyed playing this. And let's just see what the game does on the final end turn here. Let's continue move. Yes. Let's just... oh, fine, we'll go for one more bit of murder. Fine. Come on. Oh, no, we can't. We can't manage one last bit of murder. That's disappointing. You know what? It's absolutely fine. We'll just leave them in position. And we'll get on with the final end turn, where the game presumably will spout a massive volcano. No. Okay. So here we are then. You could become an astronaut, a Spartan, or a massive paddle man, whatever you wish to be. The music's quite loud right now, so I will click on play again and let the main screen load. Oh, but this has been magnificent. I've really enjoyed this. Okay, I'm going to like a 4X strategy. I find some elements of it have quite a lot of detail. That's not necessarily a bad thing, particularly if you join early on in the game. As I said at the start, joining something like Stellaris at this stage can be quite daunting. But at this point, this is quite accessible. I do think while there are some new elements to it, it feels familiar enough where you can enjoy it, pick it up and play and explore. And doubtless I'll look back at this when the game releases and I've played it a bit and think, God, what was I doing? I had no idea what I was doing. But it was good fun. It was good fun. And we had a little bit of war there at the end just to mix it all in. I'm afraid, I'm very sad that I didn't manage to get some proper anarchy in there for you at the very death. Luckily for you, however, I have actually recorded a couple extra episodes for Millennia where we look at both the Age of the Hero and the Age of Blood, which of course does involve a fair bit of the chaos. So do join me for those videos, but for now it's probably time to leave you. I am Thomas, this is Nerd Just a Human, and this has been the resplendent Millennia. Thank you, and bye bye.
The most plunderful time of the year. No flag, no country, simultaneous death roboting. That's what we all came to see. The golden age as we nuke the world. These guys will soon be blown out of the water. Did you see what I did there? I'm not proud of myself.